I do radio shows, and I had a call in, and a Muslim said, I don't do any of that extreme Islam. I'm a moderate Muslim, and I just do the 5 pillars. And I thought, well, you know, that's sort of interesting. What does it mean to just do the 5 pillars? Now, these are the 5 pillars of Islam. The first is the Shahada. There is no God but Allah, and Muhammad is his prophet. Every Muslim believes this and says this. But what does this imply? It immediately implies that the most perfect man who ever lived is Muhammad, and that the Muslims should pattern themselves after the Sunnah of Muhammad. And what do we have with Muhammad? Well, we have a lot of things. He was a pagan killer, a Jew killer, and a Christian killer. He was an enslaver. He was in a child marriage. So he was a jihadist. So just by saying that you think that Muhammad is the perfect man, you've made some very strange alliances. Now then, the next is every Muslim has to pray 5 times a day. And here's some of the things they pray about. Every Muslim repeats this several times during his prayers. This is the first surah, verses 6 and 7. Show us the straight path, the path of those whom thou hast favored, Muslims, not the path of those who earn thine anger, Jews, nor of those who go astray, Christians. So built into the prayers 5 times a day is a denigration of Christians and Jews, and that's at the very minimum. Now we come to the next of the 5 pillars, the zakat, Muslim charity. Now you need to know this, the zakat only goes for Muslims, not to the kafir, the non-Muslims. And what is this money to be used for? Well, there's a verse in the Quran which talks about this, and it's to be used for many things, but 2 of those are for bribery, that is for influence used by Muslims, and jihad, those fighting in Allah's cause. So the zakat includes jihad. Then we come to the Hajj, going to Mecca. This is not only a religious exercise, it is a political exercise because Mecca is the most apartheid part of the earth. No Jew, nor Christian, nor anyone else can go there. It is an apartheid part of the world which only lets Muslims come there. And, by the way, the Hajj also includes blood sacrifice. There's the element of Ramadan, which is not so harmful to the kafir, except for the fact that Islamic productivity goes down during Ramadan, and although it involves fasting, oddly enough, many Muslims gain weight. Why? Because of feasting at night. Now, there's one other aspect of a minimalist or moderate Muslim, and that is the fact that they're Muslim and everyone else is a kafir. Let's take up the subject of hell. There are 146 references to hell in the Quran. Now, in every reference to hell, they tell you why the person is burning in hell. And of those, only 9 verses talk about a morals problem, that is, theft, murder. No, that leaves 135 references to hell, and the only reason the person is in hell is they don't believe that Muhammad is the prophet of Allah. They don't believe the Quran is the word of Allah. So we see from the 5 pillars that even a moderate or minimalist Muslim has a lot, shall we say, social rough edges that make them a very poor fit into our society. Think about that. Thank you.